night of festivities honoring philanthropy in our community, and many local residents and dignitaries came out to celebrate Citizen of the Year. This annual event, sponsored by the Palos Verdes Peninsula Chamber of Commerce, was held at the Terranea Resort. Here's more from the event.
It's great that we're here today to honor philanthropy. All of our recipients of the Citizen of the Year awards, all of the awards are for people who are very involved in their community and give back an awful lot. So Helene and Steve Lopes obviously do so much for the community. Then we have Dee Dee Hicks and the Volunteer Center, and then we have the Special Children's League. So great people to honor this evening, and great for Terranea to be a part of it, because philanthropy is what we are all about, and both with our associates and with the organizations we support. Very important to us.
We are so excited to have three fabulous honorees. As we've talked about before, Maria, this is a very philanthropically minded community, and so many of our citizens and our residents volunteer, donate, serve on boards of directors, fundraise, etc. So this is really one of our signature events.
So, outgoing Citizens of the Year, what advice do you have for the incoming Citizens of the Year this year?
Have a blast. It is so much fun. It's such an honor, and people you don't even know knew about it congratulate you.
It's pretty fun, because we got to go up there and, talk a little bit about, why we are the givers, that we like to give and participate and give back to the community. And I think it just gave us a venue to do that. And I think that was really good. We want to congratulate Steve and Helene on their award this year. They have given a lot to the community as well.
The director of the Palos Verdes Library District has lots to celebrate. Kathy Gould has been named the 2015 Library Director of the Year by the California Public Library Advocates. Liz Brown Swanson joins us from the Peninsula Center Library with the story.
11 years ago, Kathy Gould became the director of the Palos Verdes Library District. And yes, she grew up wanting to be a librarian.
The early inkling was back when I was in elementary school. I was about 10, and my mom would say, "What do you want to be when you grow up?" And I'd say, "I want to be a librarian," not really knowing what that meant, but I had a wonderful school librarian, Charlotte DeFermian, who had a huge influence on me.
Gould's lifelong passion for libraries has made her an outstanding leader and earned her the 2015 Library Director of the Year Award from the California Public Library Advocates.
The honor means a lot. I mean, I think it's really a testament not just to me, but to our whole staff and to the work that we've done together to really build bridges out into the community and to really make this an outstanding library system. In terms of what CPLA, California Public Library Advocates are, they're the group. They're not my colleague librarians. They're the group of library trustees and Friends of the Library Group and foundations from across the state.
We nominated Kathy because she is outstanding. She is really a role model for how to work with people. And whether she's working with her board of 5 people or the larger organization, the Friends, or even just one volunteer in the library, she makes every person feel that they are a part of the whole and that they are contributing. And that's a very special talent.
Nancy Marr, president of the Peninsula Friends of the Library, nominated Gould to recognize the director's many accomplishments, from expanding services at all 3 libraries to collaborating with staff and the community.
She's very accessible. She's great to work with. I mean, she's pretty much has an open door policy for all employees.
I commute 2 hours a day. I live in LA and I drive out here, and I don't think I'd want to work in any other library district.
One of the things that we've really worked on is building our programs. So 10 or 11 years ago, most libraries were very kind of inward focused. You came here to get a book, you came here to maybe get some information from the librarian, and now we do this vast array of cultural programs. We've always done story time, but now we're doing 15 story times a week. That's how much demand there is. Our movie programs pack out the community room, our concerts pack out the community room. We have free Wi-Fi, we have public computers, we have all sorts of resources that you can access via our website. We have ebooks, so pretty much anything you want, we can offer?
I come every day, and I like to study, and all of the people that work here are like really nice. Like they'll help you find a book that you need, and they're all just really friendly.
There's so much to love about this job. It's just you get to, if you look around the library, you can see people, doing homework. You can see the little kids. They're so excited about reading. We really do change people's lives.
There's no doubt Kathy is honored and excited about receiving this top award, but she keeps saying that it would never have happened without the support of her staff and this community. Reporting from the Peninsula Library, I'm Liz Brown Swanson for RPV TV.
And just a reminder, it's election time. Peninsula residents will be casting ballots in 2 city council races as well as the school board. In Rancho Palos Verdes, there are 5 candidates vying for 3 seats on the city council. Election day is Tuesday, November 3rd. To learn more about the candidates and voter information, go to smartvoter.org. It's time for the 2nd annual Lomita Sheriff Station fundraising golf tournament at Trump National. This year's event will take place on Monday, November the 9th. Proceeds from the event will benefit the station's charitable endeavors, including 999 for Kids and more. Here is more from Captain Blaine Bolin.
It's our 2nd annual Lomita Station golf tournament. It's a fundraiser for the station, and we're having it, as you mentioned, at Trump National. It'll be Monday, November 9th, and you can just call the station if you're a golfer or you have a foursome that would like to come out, and it's going to be a day of fun. We have lunch and dinner provided. We'll have some prizes and so forth at the dinner, and you can just call Lomita Sheriff Station. Deputy Tammy Baus is our primary coordinator for that, and we'd love to have the good folks of the community join us as well.
And one of the recipients of the Citizen of the Year this year was the Special Children's League. The organization has been helping families who have children with special needs for over 50 years. On November 20th, they will hold their annual fundraiser, and here is more information on that event.
The Special Children's League is a small group of about 36 women, and we work very closely together to primarily put on one benefit a year. And it's at that annual benefit that we take sponsorships and donations and where we make our primary funds. The last 5 years, I believe, it's been at the Palos Verdes Country Club, which it will be again on November 20th. And at that fundraiser, we do a silent auction. We have our Special Children's League booth that is kind of a throwback to our old days where we had a boutique, and at that boutique or bazaar is what it was called back then, Special Children's League members made their own mustards and jams and needlepoint pillows, etc., and sold. So at this point, we've kept up with the jams and our Special Children's League mustard, which we have made and are all ready for November with. So we have the vendors, our Special Children's League table, silent auction, and opportunity tickets. And it's a luncheon, and everybody seems to really enjoy it. At that luncheon, we try to always have a speaker that can help to motivate our members, our guests, help to educate them a little bit better, and, get their heartstrings so that hopefully they'll, be willing to give more. And those funds, a large portion of them go to UCP LA, United Cerebral Palsy Los Angeles, and we've had a partnership with them since approximately 1957. So they receive a large portion of our funds, and then in recent years we've branched out to try to do as much as we can for the community around us, so that we're also giving funding to Palos Verdes Unified School District. One organization that we've been funding for quite a long time is Pediatric Therapy Network's Camp Escapades. And this year we branched out to a few additional organizations in the community.
Many local artists have the opportunity to showcase their talents when they participate in the Artist Studio Tour. Jessica McKay was on the tour this year and catches up with the artists.
Thanks, Maria. I'm here at the Palos Verdes Art Center where we are painting the town red on the Artist Studio Tour. Let's go talk to Gabrielle, who will tell us all about it.
And the whole idea is to see art in action. It's a great place to bring kids, really anybody of any age, because it is so inspiring for people that want an art career, no matter whether they're 2 years old or 200.
Now, I imagine there's a wide range of artists. What kind of arts will you see on this tour?
You will see everything from bronze sculpture to myriad paintings, printmaking, watercolors, people that paint only abstracts.
We are here with one of the artists on the tour, Jennifer Siegel. Jennifer, can you tell us a little bit about your work and what you like to do?
Yes, I'm an oil painter and I've been painting for about 20 years, and I like to be out in nature, and finding my drawing through color is really what I do. So I'm more of an impressionist, and sometimes I paint in watercolors also.
Well, here are some of your paintings. So are these taken from places in the area that you paint from?
Yes, this is a view from Palos Verdes looking down at the ocean, at the kayakers, and this one's in Redondo at the pier. So I go to all the local places around Palos Verdes, whether it's the cliffs or the harbor or the gardens, and I usually go with some other artists as well, so I'm not by myself out there painting. It's a lot of fun.
Hi, I'm here with Errol Gordon, who is one of the artists on the studio tour, and you are a sculptor. Can you please tell us a little bit about your work?
Yes, I work in clay that is ultimately becomes a bronze. I select primarily Western, Native American work has been kind of my background. I started taking courses in Scottsdale, at the Scottsdale Artist School in Arizona. So there's a Southwestern flavor to it, and I just love it.
Well, what is this figure going to end up being?
This is a Native American fisherman. He is fishing on the Snake River in Wyoming, and he fishes with a bow and arrow. And ultimately, what happens is I have to build a bow and arrow separately. I can finish a piece like this maybe in about 3 weeks.
Well, it's always such a pleasure to see local artists in their own galleries here on the Hill. If you would like to learn more about next year's studio tour, you can go to their website at www.artist-studio-pvac.com.
The Peninsula Seniors offers members many activities, including a game that you might not associate with the senior community. Table tennis, also known as ping pong, is not just a kids' game anymore. In fact, more and more seniors are picking up the game. Here's more on the story.
We started with just about 10 or so, and it got larger, and so we have about a dozen or 14 sometimes. We usually have doubles because we got enough people, and if not, then we do singles. And the games are 11 points these days. It used to be 21 in the old days, and now it's 11. And so we play a game, and then people who are sitting around will then get up and play next, and we just kind of work it out. There's no organized kind of a 1, 2, 3 numbers, but everybody is so nice, it works out real well.
Well, I started to come here when I was 80. I played it in Japan during the war, World War II, but I didn't really play that much. But then I didn't play until I turned 80, and I found this place. So that was like 3.5 years ago. And I've been playing ever since.
I was going to say, it's so cool to come in here and see everybody having such a good time. You all look like you're having fun.
It's so much fun. I recommend it to everybody on the Hill. I would like to see every senior citizen on this Hill participate in this game. It's so wonderful.
When did you start playing?
About 18 months ago.
Really?
Yeah.
And what kind of made you pick it up and decide you wanted to come try it?
Well, I saw a documentary on television of a competition in China, and it was all 80 to 90-year-olds. And I remember thinking, gee, I could do that. Well, that was about 2 years ago, and then I read that we had table tennis at the senior citizens, so I came and joined, and I wasn't very good. And Ed said to me, well, you can have lessons down at the South Bay Table Tennis. And so that's what I did.
This is a very good social outlet. It really is, and we don't argue with one another hardly at all.
Just a little, right?
and a lot of games aren't too long, and we can usually take a rest after a couple of games if we want, so it all seems to work out. It's not highly organized, it just works out.
Anybody can come for a few times, but eventually, if they want to continue, then they need to join the Peninsula Seniors, which is a trivial cost. And we have a lot of laughs here, a lot of fun, and that you don't get in, say, other games. And so it's a very fun thing.
Now it's time to check out our local parks with our favorite honorary park ranger, John Clayton.
We're sitting here on a wonderful Chamber of Commerce day, and we're sitting here with Dave Pierce, the recreational specialist for RPV, and we're sitting in probably one of the most spectacular locations of anywhere on the peninsula. So first of all, welcome. Tell us about where we are and what we're seeing.
Well, John, this is Del Cerro Park. It's one of our many parks in the city of Rancho Palos Verdes. It's an unstaffed park, which means no one's here normally from the staff, from the recreation and park staff. But it's great because people can come here and have this spectacular view. It's probably one of the best views in all of Southern California.
Incredible.
Incredible. And it's just a wonderful experience any time of the day, but especially probably at sunrise and sunset with the great light angles that it has. And you have a wonderful view of the foreground, which is a lot of the open space area and the nature preserve, and then beyond that, the ocean. And on any day, the ocean looks great. I mean, where you are, it looks great, whether it's calm or whether it's got some pretty waves on it. And of course, you have Santa Catalina Island in the distance and the beautiful sky. It's just an incredible place to come, just to have pictures, just to look, just to spend time looking and enjoying it. And that doesn't even count the rest of the park.
I think you've actually answered all the questions I was going to ask you. I mean, you talked about great place to come for photography, but it occurs to me when I look at the scenery here, what about things like hiking?
Well, there's a little trail that goes through the upper part of the park here, and I've just saw some people this morning walking their little child around. It's a great place to come and get some fresh air and walk their kids, but it's also close to the nature preserve.
We're looking below us at these, I see various, trails or, trails and paths. Are they all things for the public?
There's a lot of different trails, and some of them are quite difficult too, especially when going uphill. You get a little bit of a workout. But it's not just hikers. Bikers use the trail, horse equestrians use the trail. So if you're out there, be sure and be careful, because sometimes you'll actually even run across rattlesnakes and so forth. So just be careful when you're out on the trail.
So as Dave says, come on down to one of the most fantastic locations in all of Southern California for one of the most incredible, amazing, stunning views you can see. The views are awesome, and I urge you to come on down. And if you wonder how to get here, go to the RPV website and you'll see that too. Come on down for one of the best views in all of California.
And finally, it's time to kick off the holiday season with all of the ghoulish fun as the City of Rancho Palos Verdes Rec and Park Department hosted their first annual Trunk and Treat event. Here's more with Caitlin Semko.
I'm here at the Ladera Linda Community Center for the first ever Trunk or Treat. Let's go check it out.
10 bones, 10 bones, 10 dancing bones, 10 bones, 10 bones, 10 dancing bones, 10 bones, 10 bones, 10 dancing bones, doing the skeleton dance.
So this is kind of a crazy day. So it's sort of a pre-Halloween event because we want all the kids with costumes to get more bang for their buck out of their costumes. So that's why we're doing it early. So this is our Kids Music Fest, and then we're also doing a Trunk or Treat event here at Ladera Linda Community Center.
So what's the inspiration behind your design here?
The kids, Halloween, and so we set this Super Mario Brothers up with my mustache going all over the place. So it's been fun. We just set this up this morning and the kids have been coming out and I've been giving chocolate coins.
And what's your favorite part of the different setups?
You know what? Just seeing the kids kind of be, you know, looking forward to eating their candy and their chocolate and just having a good time.
Okay, so what was the inspiration behind your setup here?
Well, the entire setup is made out of recycled materials that we had lying around the YMCA, so it was a way to reuse what we currently have. Honestly, I don't know where I came up with the concept of a crocodile, other than I knew I had overalls at home, and so we could be swamp people, and it would be really easy to dress up in conjunction with the theme.
So can you tell us a little bit about your costume here?
We kind of went with a movie theme. We were going with movie snacks, so I tried to figure out a way to incorporate the little one, and popcorn seemed pretty good, and M&Ms are kind of a favorite, so it just kind of all flowed together for us.
Can you tell us a little bit about your costume?
What's your costume?
M&M.
What color is it?
Blue.
Blue M&M, yeah. Do you like M&Ms?
Yeah.
Okay, so what is your design here? Can you tell us about the inspiration behind it and all what you have going?
Well, the girls actually did it themselves.
Yeah. So at our last troop meeting, our leaders told us to bring a bunch of stuff for Halloween to set up the trunk with. So we have like paper skeletons and then this dancing mummy.
Did you guys have a specific theme in mind or anything you had that you wanted to do, or did you just kind of put it all together?
We just kind of put it all together and we decided to, and we just put spider web all over the table.
And then what was your process? Did you guys all work on it together, spend the day on it? What did you do?
We all just worked on it together and like just grabbed stuff out of the trunk that we wanted to put up.
And do you have a favorite part of your design?
Probably the bowl of candy because it's candy. My wig is orange.
What are you dressed as?
Daphne.
And what's been your favorite part?
Trick-or-treating.
Right now we have parents and children and grandparents trying out various kinds of folk or simple instruments. We do have a room that has the fancy professional instruments as well. But these are everything from our own country and other countries throughout the world, and everybody has a chance to get to try them out.
So how does this all work?
Well, you pick up a fishing pole and you tug it, and oh my God, you feel a fish. And then you pull it up and you catch a fish. And what did we catch here? We caught a sea turtle.
Very cool. Well, that's it from Ladera Linda. Have a happy Halloween.
Hard to believe the holiday season is upon us already. And remember, daylight savings time is the first weekend in November. That's when we turn our clocks back. And that will do it for us. From everyone here at RPV TV, make it a great day.